So that's got things underway.
Lucas Paqueta.
Ibrahimovic gives chase. Sansone. And he's on his way! Oh, he's been flattened there. Finds himself eased off the ball.
Kessié.
Out of play for a throw. Diaby.
Kessié.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence. And
he's had a shot! It's there! First blood drawn! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Bologna take the lead, 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Mattel. And it's played forward. Has gone out. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. A really good feat.
Kessié. Lucas Paqueta.
Calabria. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Keeper sends it forward. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Sansone. Well, that's where he wants it. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And it's Palacio. Is there any support? He might not need it. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Diaby. Diaby.
Lovely bit of skill.
Diaby really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
Gets into some space. Just brushed off the ball there. And we've reached half-time. Well, there we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
And the action is back on the way.
Milan don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first. If they don't grab an early goal in this second half, they can't hold back though.
Ball through needs to be good here. He's in! Looks to clip it forward. Has a hit! It's a goal! The second half off to a spectacular start. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Ah, you've got to love that. Concentration, conviction, contact, and sheer class.
Milan grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
Lucas Paqueta.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Bologna, whose manager was the brains behind the last win.
He's a manager who understands how important the bench can be and the timing of substitutions. If needed, he's quick to make changes, and I just think he has more than a plan B.
Lucas Paqueta.
Tries running with the ball at his feet. Diaby. Cut out in the nick of time. And he's there to hoof it away. Forward it goes. Palacio. It's come loose. Shapes to shoot. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Ibrahimovic is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of...
Big chance! Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. It's a loose ball. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that certainly wasn't one of his best.
Hernandez. Lucas Paqueta.
Really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
He's got options out wide. Hits one! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Milan making consecutive changes here.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Viene sostituito con numero 20.
Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta.
Milan showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Kessié gets it back.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Kessié. Lucas Paqueta.
Castillejo
Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta.
goes up and over. Oh, shooting chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. And there goes the final whistle. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable and honours even. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Milan must have viewed this game as very winnable, but will no doubt have a healthier respect for this opposition now.
So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input, and from us both, good afternoon. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is terrific to have you along for our live coverage of this eagerly awaited contest. It should provide some terrific entertainment on what is turning into a rather imperfect afternoon. The weathermen rarely get it wrong, and they have warned us that there is rain on its way. Shouldn't be bad enough in any sense meaningfully to impact on the game of football, but it is a factor to be taken into consideration. Plenty of other factors, of course, principally each side's concern for the strengths of the other. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. The action has already started. So this, the first game beyond the halfway point of the season. Sergio Ramos is making his debut after his recent transfer. Lucas Paqueta! In he goes again!
Well, they won't be deterred from trying again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now.
Shapes to shoot! Genoa must be pretty concerned about this fixture pile-up.
Yeah, and when you've got fixture congestion, it only takes an injury or two and it can heap more pressure on, a very difficult spell.
Genoa were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Still goalless.
Lucas Paqueta.
And he's there to cut it out. Oh, real danger here. Defence has got rid of that. Some clever movement up front.
Yeah, they're playing with a false nine, and no one's really holding a fixed position up there.
And how does that work?
Well, I think it's an attempt to just confuse this defence with constant interchange and different movement.
Pandev. Romagnoli does well there, alert. Sergio Ramos with a searching ball. Christian Zapata finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. Schöne battles to win it back. Hoists it forward. Pandev gets it out to the wing. And it's Schöne. And that's put paid to a promising move. Gets the better of his man. Chance! Oh, that had to be more accurate. It's broken loose! Schöne plays it in. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Good challenge, he just stood firm. No foul, says the referee. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So off we go once more.
Milan can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Ball through needs to be good here. Just brushed off the ball there.
Diaby.
Milan came in for a lot of criticism from some sections of the crowd following that crushing defeat. It is bounce back time now. Time to deliver. Lucas Paqueta! That carried quite a threat. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Well positioned to make that interception.
Diaby.
Tries to stroke it through. And it's played forward. Pandev looks to get on the end of this. Decent looking ball. And now the breakaway.
Sergio Ramos just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all or nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
A scything tackle. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Forward it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. That's a promising run he's making on the right. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Massive leap! Decent enough try.
Behrami did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Well, that's where he wants it. Schöne dinks one in. Well read, he sorted that out.
Genoa merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Lucas Paqueta. Got a shot away. Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
He goes long.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
So that's it. It is all over. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, if this was a game where both sides played to their strengths, there could only have been one winner, but
Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. Few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is an extremely unlikely scenario. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Udinese appear to be going with a 3-5-2 formation, Jim.
Well, this system, Peter, allows for a really expansive passing game. If your centre-backs can play, then you see lots of diagonal switches to the wing-backs, and it all makes for a stylish, attractive bundle. However, its biggest weakness are those gaps between centre-backs and wing-backs, and with quick enough movement from the opposition, that can cause lots of trouble.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Milan were so disappointed to lose in front of their own fans in the first leg, and that is a result that leaves them staring elimination in the face. Kessié gets his foot in there. Well weighted. No, too much on it. Plays it through. Played into the middle.
Lucas Paqueta
Gets it forward. Royce plays it out to the wing. Kessié. Diaby. Diaby! I've managed to get it away. Battles to win it back. Has a pop! He can pounce on that. Goal! Milan! Parity restored, and the whole thing shifts once more. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
Milan take the lead and chip away at their aggregate deficit. Fofana. Out to the right. And there's a long ball. And he's there to cut it out. Tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Loses his balance and loses the ball. Royce with a delicate ball.
Lucas Paqueta.
Lucas Paqueta! Decent enough try.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Gets wrestled off the ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And the shot! He spotted the run and played him through. It's come loose. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Diaby. Royce. Hits one! Trying to... Oh, real danger here! And that has been clubbed away. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
That intervention was very necessary. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it?
Lucas Paqueta.
Ziegler. Forward it goes. Hernandez gets it back. And it's half-time here. Well, there we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, Peter, now we're seeing some fighting spirit. They looked lacklustre a while ago, but how quickly things can change.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Sostituzione per l'Udinese. Numero 6. Viene sostituito con...
And the second half gets underway.
Cambio di giocatore.
Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Gets the better of his man. Diaby decides to play it back. He's gone for it! Surely this time! Goal! And that gives them an overall lead. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
That's just top-notch. Showed exactly why he follows it up every time. Keeper struggles to hold on to it, ball breaks kindly. He's always about.
Numero 17.
Milan creep ahead on aggregate. It was always on. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Attenzione alla sostituzione.
Hernandez. Just starting to get the first signs of rain here. Out to the left it goes. Ball's out on the left now. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Attenzione Italia.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
Everything they would have spoken about in that dressing room during the break has a greater chance of happening thanks to the early goal. It's the perfect platform now to go on and try to win it.
Ibrahimovic. Turns and goes. It's Ibrahimovic! That was mighty close. Prödl drives it forward.
Udinese are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Plays it out to the flank. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Well, he has the ability to cause real problems, so they have to deal with him in, shall we say, a more assertive manner.
Ibrahimovic. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Delivers across. Oh, shooting chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Gol della Milan. Ha segnato al 73esimo minuto numero 2.
Time for a change in personnel. It's going to be a double change then.
So the lead now is 2.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
This is promising. Ziegler. Tries to dink it in. Timely intervention. Royce.
Kessié.
Ziegler. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
That is some save from Begovic. Oh, the keeper's done just about enough. It's a loose ball. Could be thinking about a shot here. Has a hit! It goes to show he is human after all. And they win it back again. Has he found his man?
Il 4 uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
4 extra minutes added on. Ziegler. Going through. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan dug deep and made it happen from behind after the first leg. They've shown great character to drag it back. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Milan simply made their superiority count. They found cruise control quite early and didn't need to go to turbo.
Signore e signori, vi invitiamo a passare il servizio ufficiale dello stadio per acquistare i souvenir dell'incontro odierno.
Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, but the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere's terrific and kickoff is moments away. We survey Milan's famous Curva Sud, one of the truly great shrines of the beautiful game. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So this is round two between these two sides. Diaby! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Acerbi knocks it away. He could be in, and a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Diaby. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Diaby was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Acerbi hoists it forward.
Well, there's a lot of movement out wide now.
Yeah, you can certainly see that.
Well, I think it's a move to open the game up more, whether out wide or just getting a runner through the middle now.
Lazio are very much in free-scoring form of late. Goals in each of their last 5 games. And that's a throw-in. Lucas plays it out to the flank. Marusic. Parolo. It is deadlocked. And they've been caught out here. Lofted into the middle. Diaby. Cut out in the nick of time. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Big chance! It's anyone's ball. Marusic. Luis Felipe finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. And that is not finding anyone. Lucas Paqueta. Defending of the desperate variety. Luis Alberto. Luis Felipe. Lulic gets into a dangerous position. Diaby. Diaby turns and goes back. Goes for it! That's a half-decent try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Lucas Paqueta.
And that's sprayed out wide.
Lucas Paqueta.
And here's Royce. And it's played forward. There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Well, the action has already resumed here. Shot at goal! He scores! And finally, he has breathed life into the game!
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Lucas Paqueta.
Kjaer. Royce. Lucas.
It's always a good time to register and lay down an early marker in the second half. They clearly had exactly that in mind and have gone about their business with absolutely the right commitment.
That's gone for a throw-in. Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. He gets past his man.
Luis Alberto's cross.
Lazio are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must. Lazio have a free kick. Luis Alberto! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Could move up a gear here. Now it's Lulic. Imo has a pop! He has done it! Lazio back on level terms.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
He's gone for it! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things. Just put your foot through it and That was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Milan go into the lead.
Luis Felipe, Marusic,
Pushes to get on the end of it. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Plays it out to the wing. A buccaneering run from the defender. Up to meet it! Oh, the ball's come loose! That's gone a long way up and away. Ah, good steal, he just read it.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Gets wrestled off the ball.
Samu Castillejo, Lucas Paqueta,
Has a go! And that would have won it.
Lucas Paqueta really did let them off the hook. They could have wrapped it all up.
A real chance to break.
Samu Castillejo,
Plays a clever pass. Another chance from a corner.
Lazio have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Luis Felipe
Is there, and he can get that clear. Lovely feet. He's had a shot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Oh, given offside once more. Final seconds, this has to be it. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Milan, oh, no question, that's a foul. Now it's Immobile. Savic, he'll have a go. Lazio making consecutive changes here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Samu Castillejo hits that long.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan winners by the odd goal. It really could have gone either way, but a win is a win. So what do you take away?
Oh, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper. The traffic has been extraordinary. But the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing round the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Atalanta are suffering right now from a consistency they could well do without. Rather unwelcomely, they are consistently winless.
Well, if ever a win was needed, Peter, then they'd obviously like it to be here. However, there's no need for them to get over-anxious about their current run. They have to retain a composure about their work and get back to what they're good at. Should they rekindle a full commitment from every individual, if they don't win this one, they could well win the next. They have to maintain...
Towering header! No, not the best of headers.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Bonaventura.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Good take by the keeper. He's read that well. Milan were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. What a throw in. No, ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Hernandez. Has he found his man? They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Forward it goes. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Up towards the front line. Atalanta contested that thriller-minute draw last time. Bonaventura. Breaks on here. Now it's Ilicic. Gets away from his opponent. Ball through needs to be good here. He could be in. He's had a shot! Goal! And Atalanta go in front. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second. Atalanta take the lead.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Muriel.
Oh, shooting chance! It's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. Atalanta grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look...
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Hernandez. Hits one! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Cuts it out. Romagnoli. Diaby. And it's Bonaventura. And the shot! And we hit half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
And the action is back on the way.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Milan are cushioned by the confidence of a narrow win in their last game. Tries to stroke it through. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Hateboer. They get a throw in. Rebic. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Lucas Paqueta gets it out to the wing. De Roon. De Roon plays it forward. Gets it back. Let down by a lack of accuracy. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Pasalic. Surely. And he's whipped it in low. Lucas Paqueta. He's there to receive it. Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic. Rebic. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Josip Ilicic. Out to the left it goes. Pasalic. Hoists it high. Oh, good interception. Lucas Paqueta. Lobs it in gently. Nicely worked. Sergio Ramos positions himself well and cuts it out. That's a foul, no two ways about it.
Sostituzione per la Malata. Numero 72. Josef Pulisic. Numero 8. Lascia il campo per
Goes for goal!
il numero 91.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Sergio Ramos with the crossfield ball. And it's played forward. Timely intervention. Hoists it forward. Over to the left. Rebic. Rebic! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
Just brushed off the ball there. And he's going long. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Sergio Ramos does well there, alert. And that will be the final act. Well, that does not help. Interpret the performance as you will, but the key truth is that they lost. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan could still be playing, Peter, and probably still be trying to score. It might just be...
Well, good evening to you wherever you are in the world. We are just about ready for the action here. Kickoff is imminent. The team's indeed with us very soon, having exchanged their various pleasantries. What I have to tell you is that the weather may not be great for the duration of the evening. The clouds yet to open, but one suspects that they will pretty shortly, and when the rain comes, we are warned to expect plenty of it. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Napoli have been in fine fettle of late. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Napoli have the league's best defensive record. Allen. Napoli were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Lozano has got himself a free kick. In with the challenge. And that has put a stop to that.
There's a lot of movement up front.
Yeah, I have noticed that those front players are working very hard, dropping deeper.
Yeah, and I just think it keeps the opposition off guard with so much switching of position. Keeping shape is much harder.
He's had a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Header! Lucas Paqueta opts to play it back. Lovely feet. Hits one!
Lucas Paqueta quickly realised that he could have a pop. Not his best.
Yeah, it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Lucas Paqueta has a hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Big chance! Diaby has a hit! Ball swung in. Shapes to shoot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, his instinct was brilliant, but not the finish.
And he's straight offside. Napoli, whose manager was the brains behind the last win.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Milan just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
Mertens spreads it towards the left. Lucas Paqueta. Fabian Ruiz tries to get it forward quickly. Zielinski. Lozano. No goals as yet. And it's Mertens. Diaby. Goulam. And the flag has stayed down. Looking for a decent ball in. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least defensively.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Sostituzione per il Napoli. Numero 11. Lascia il campo per il...
Keep. Fabian Ruiz. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Towering header! It's in!
And that has only enhanced his already huge reputation. They were obviously hoping for an early second half boost, but there are a few who can truly make it happen, and this is a very welcome tonic now.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub.
Diaby! Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Diaby really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Diaby. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Attenzione alla sostituzione.
Too close for comfort. Lucas Paqueta. Samu Castillejo with a delicate ball. Lucas Paqueta. Diaby. Milan have been doing a bit of soul-searching following that nasty defeat last time round. They need that to be right out of their system. Samu Castillejo was among the starting 11 last time out. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Great chance here to level it up. He'll fancy himself from here. Lucas Paqueta! Samu Castillejo. Good clearance and very necessary. Timely intervention.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Fabian Ruiz plays it forward. Diaby. It's got through to him. Manolas. He's off on a marauding run. Allen. And here's Callejon. Aimed in towards the centre.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Calabria. Diaby. Lucas Paqueta. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Gets up to head it! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
No, ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. There's the through ball. It's Ibrahimovic! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Koulibaly. Forward it goes. And here's Insigne. There will be 4 extra minutes. Lorenzo Insigne. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Pinged forward. Lucas Paqueta. Diaby proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. No messing about. And that's it. Well, you can analyse to your heart's content. It won't change the outcome. They have lost the game.
Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result today. It's just that one crucial second-half goal. That's what cost them.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is terrific to have you along for our live coverage of this eagerly awaited contest. It should provide some terrific entertainment on what is turning into a rather imperfect afternoon. The weathermen rarely get it wrong, and they have warned us that there is rain on its way. Shouldn't be bad enough in any sense meaningfully to impact on the game of football, but it is a factor to be taken into consideration. Plenty of other factors.
Diaby! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Milan just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Done very well to intervene.
Diaby.
Royce. And Royce! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Royce quickly realised that he could have a pop. Not his best.
Tries to dink it in. And help's available out wide. Well read, he sorted that out. The referee's awarded a free kick. Hernandez. Milan were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are... He's had a shot!
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
Kolarov. Now it's Dzeko. Dzeko puts his foot up. Dzeko! And he's there to make a great save.
Dzeko sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Diaby. Royce. Pellegrini gets it back. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Mkhitaryan has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Vertu created that super goal to produce a lead in their last game. Keeper's got good distance on that. Good challenge, he just stood firm. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Roma have their manager to thank for the last result.
Yeah, his hand was forced somewhat, Peter, because of the circumstances. He had to bring on goal scorers, but he was bold in going for broke to get what he wanted, and not many would have done that.
Lucas Paqueta. Fazio can get it clear. And the shot! And for a moment, time stood still. The clearance is short. He hits it! He's gone for it! Decent enough try.
Hernandez certainly could have and should have made more of that.
And it's Royce. Clears it out of harm's way. He's gone for goal!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Calabria battles to win it back. Royce plays it out to the wing. Hernandez. He's got options out wide. Hits it first time! No, just couldn't quite turn it in.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
And he's there to clear it. Roy shapes to shoot! Under. And we've reached half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. And we are up to the break.
Milan ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Milan playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
More than... And he has been fouled there. And it's Dzeko. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Vertu. Federico Fazio. Pellegrini plays it out to the flank. Played back in. No, too much on it. Calabria. Milan won a tight game last time out and look to build on that. Nicely measured pass. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. And that, I think, is his third booking altogether. Just brushed off the ball there. Perotti. And that's been won straight back. Hoists it forward. Has he picked him out? It's got through. Going through. Ibrahimovic. Chance! Could fall kindly. And in it goes. Mirante did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
I doubt he'll score too many, which come easier than that, Peter, but just look at his movement. He knew instinctively that the keeper would struggle to hold on to it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming. Still, there's a fair bit of time if you're going to think about defending it now.
Vertu. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Ibrahimovic. That intervention was very necessary. Pellegrini, who scored a great individual goal for the opener in his last game.
Kolarov, and it's played forward. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. The player's protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Roma are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Spot on, Peter.
Royce finds himself eased off the ball.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
And Royce! Oh, and that should have been two.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Samu Castillejo.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And it's Ibrahimovic. And it's got through.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. A scything tackle.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here, I think.
Royce! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Under.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
So time, it goes for goal! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to...
Royce is holding his leg there, a worrying sign.
Yeah, his pain is now pretty obvious, Peter. He's not the type who pulls up unless something's hurting.
He's going to continue, it seems, albeit a little gingerly.
Almost there, and the players can feel it.
Calabria. Samu Castillejo.
That's some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. And through to the goalkeeper. And that will be the final act. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal.
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.